But I'm going to start with. I want to start with Granddad.
He was stronger than you?
Yeah, he was a strong man.
I'm not kidding you.
He had a grip and he was strong.
Yeah, man.
He was muscular. He definitely was.
He said, if you can't beat him, boy, bite him.
Oh, God. One of the things that I'd always heard was that Granddad had to change his name because being in the South and the things it was like back then for being black in the South, he had some degree of a temper. He had an altercation, a fight, what you want to call it, to where I remember seeing a picture of Granddad in prison stripes.
Yeah.
Okay. And I can't remember if I saw a ball and chain around his ankle, but I do know distinctly he went and served whatever jail time was down in the South being Georgia. And I'm not sure, is that Valdosta, Georgia or not, but he's in Georgia. So you remember him or
I remember him in that prison suit standing up there, you know. And I don't know if he had ball and chain or what.
Right.
But back in the South in those days, if you was sent to one of those camps, you had a ball and chain.
Gotcha.
On you.
Gotcha.
That was automatic for blacks.
Gotcha.
You know.
Gotcha.
And we were talking in the kitchen one day, he and I, and your mom, and she asked him a question about his mom and dad.
Okay.
And he said he had run away from home.
Okay.
And he changed his name.
Okay. He changed it from
Holland. His name was Holland.
H-Y-L or H-O-L?
H-O-L-L.
Holland.
Holland.
He changed it from Holland to
George. Where he picked George up, I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know.
But Lawson is still good.
Yeah.
Lawson name is still good.
Yeah.
Okay. Did he say where was home for him that he ran away from? What part?
It was a little place right outside of Macon, Georgia. They worked on the farm. You know, work was hard and all that, so he just ran away.
Okay. So he ran away.
He ran away.
So what about this stuff? He got into a fight, or did he tell y'all how he ended up in jail or in prison on the road gang?
No, he never did.
Okay.
But I do know one thing. The reason he had to leave Valdosta was some white guy, little kid, was throwing rocks at us. And some of the neighborhood black boys, you know, we near the railroad tracks, and this white boy, he throwing rocks at us because he lived right across the railroad tracks. And he lived on the east side, and we lived on the west side of the railroad track.
Okay.
And he threw rocks at us that day.
Okay.
And we started throwing rocks back. And one of them hit him. And his father came out and stated that if he had his whip or his belt, he'd whoop me.
Okay.
At all the other boys, you know, around there playing. So I went home and told Dad, you know. He said, "Come on, let's go see him." So I took him back up there where he was at.
Okay.
And Dad said, I heard you say you're gonna beat my boy. He said, "You better not hurt my kids. Tell me, don't hurt me and mine." That's what he said.
Okay.
Now back in them days, back in the what was that? Early 40s.
Okay.
Like 44, 45.
Right, because y'all kids back then. Right.
Ku Klux Klans was, you know, empowered then. You know? So he told some of his friends. He had quite a few friends down there. So they said, "Well, George, we better get you out of town, you know." So Mom told me she had two cousins up in Wilmington, Delaware.
Okay.
Where you were born at.
Gotcha.
So they got him on a truck. Black guy took him all the way to Wilmington.
Wow.
Next thing we know, when he got a job at steel mill, Newcastle, Delaware, he got a job.
Okay.
After he got his first pay, I think he sent for Mom.
Oh, okay.
Mom jumped on that Atlantic Coastline railroad train.
Railroad trains, right.
And after about 4 or 5 or 6 months, they sent for one of your aunts, Mildred.
Now, real quick.
Diane's mother.
Real quick. You guys were staying with what I was told was Big Mom.
Big Mom.
So who's Big Mom in the relationship? Was Big Mom Grandmom's mom, Granddad's mom, or just...
That was my mother's aunt.
That's what I thought. Because Grandma was the only child, I heard.
Yeah, her aunt was her mother's sister.
Okay, and Grandma was born in Florida.
I don't know where she was born at.
Okay, but she lived somewhere in Florida. How did she get to Valdosta?
She said she was married. Yeah.
Right, she's married to a Troy.
You been my mother?
Yeah.
Oh, they lived at a place. What was the name of that place? 5 Points, I think, outside of Valdosta.
Okay, so they live 5 Points.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I hate to think about it, man. I hate to say it.
Well, don't hurt yourself.
But she was married to David Troy.
Right. That's my understanding. She's married to him,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where Uncle Troy and Aunt Mildred came from. From that marriage.
Mildred.
Mildred. Okay.
Troy was, I think, 2 years. All of us was 2 years apart.
Right.
So she and David got divorced,
Okay.
and I think she had Mildred at the same time they were divorcing.
Uncle Troy came first?
Yeah.
Okay. So they had Uncle Troy,
Yeah.
and then as they was doing Aunt Mildred.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And some kind of way she met Granddad.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me go back a little bit.
Sure.
From my memories, from my 5 or 6 years old, she used to sit around the table and tell us, talk about her mother and all that. How her mother died when she was 12 years old.
Oh, okay.
And her aunt took her in.
So that's how that
had nowhere to go. And she and her mother and her father lived in Clearwater, Florida.
Okay. That's where the Florida comes from. Okay.
Yeah, Clearwater.
Okay.
I think they were on the reservation.
So, yeah, you said something about maybe Grandma was a Seminole or maybe her parents. Seminole.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Part Seminole.
Okay.
Like I said, they came from a reservation.
Do you remember Grandma's maiden name?
Gamble.
Yeah, that's what.
Anna Mae Gamble.
I kept thinking she was from Gamble, Florida. Anna Mae Gamble was her maiden, her birth name.
Annie.
And that's right. Annie.
Anna
Annie.
Mae Gamble.
Gamble.
Like they named all them Southern girls Mae.
Yeah.
Annie and Mae. Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so lost her husband. She came and lived with her aunt.
Okay.
And from there, George came. Where he come from, I don't know.
He just showed up on the scene
He
one
just
day.
showed up.
Okay. Okay.
He was how old was he? I think he was 30 years old. Mom was much younger than he was, about 6 years younger than he
Okay.
was.
Yeah. She did look a little younger. Okay.
Yeah. And he's a hard-working man. I'm telling you, that man worked hard. We never went a day. Never went a day without food. We always had food.
How did y'all get food back then? Was it you just go to a local farmer, or you had to pick your own, you grow your own?
My father had a farm in the back of the house. We had a big farm in the back. We grew tomatoes, string beans, okra, and cucumbers.
Okay.
And corn.
And corn.
He had 5 rows.
Okay.
Just like that.
Okay.
And it was my responsibility, plus your mother's, little stubborn thing, to go out there and pull them weeds.
Okay.
And I said, "Come on, help me with these weeds, girl. I ain't doing nothing."
Gotcha.
So I went and told Dad,
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Okay, don't worry about it. You go and pull them weeds." So I done what I was supposed to do out there in that field,
Mm-hmm.
But I studied growing. But he always had me working. He taught me how to work. I'm telling you. Yeah. Now Betty, my old, middle sister,
Mm-hmm.
she was on the slick side. Betty always found a way to get out of work.
Okay, so she's down. All y'all are down there.
Oh yeah. Coming back to that. Okay.
Is there time all 5 of y'all are down there, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
At 16 years old, my brother went into the service.
So Uncle Troy went. He left out of Georgia.
He
and went to the Navy.
He left out of Valdosta
Uh-huh.
and went into the Navy.
Okay.
Now I didn't know my brother was in 3 wars.
Really?
Second World War, Korean War, and the Vietnam War. I didn't know that until I looked at his
Really?
obituary.
Yeah, because he stayed. He made a career.
He made a
in there.
career, man. We
Yeah.
saw him maybe one time out of 10 years.
Wow.
Because he was always gone.
He's always going.
Always
Okay.
gone.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So he left out of there. So the four of y'all are still there.
Yeah.
Mildred left next.
No, so mom was, okay, coming back to her, she back up in Wilmington.
Okay, so now she's up in Wilmington with granddad. Okay.
So she got sort of belligerent down there with B-Mom.
Grandma did or Aunt Mildred did?
Mildred.
Mildred, okay.
So B-Mom sent her up, put her on a train and sent her.
So I wasn't on that. Get on that train and go.
Can't handle it.
So she sent Aunt Mildred to Wilmington.
Yeah, sent her to
Okay.
Wilmington.
Okay.
Next, Betty went.
Okay.
And Gloria and I was in school, kindergarten, or whatever you want to call it back then.
Mm-hmm.
It's sent for Gloria next.
Really?
Yeah, so I said, when they gonna send for me, you know? So I stayed down there with B-Mom for a while. It's a long time before I was able to come up. So finally, Mildred came back, packed up my stuff and all that, and
And you went
took
up.
me north. Yeah, I went up.
I remember Second Orange.